Overnight, Metro Police are investigating a deadly shooting in the Portland neighborhood. Officers responded to reports of a person down at 20th and Little Streets around 11 last night. That's where they say police found a man shot and killed behind his home. As of this morning, there are no suspects. If you know anything, you're asked to call the anonymous tip line at 574 LMPD.
Well, it is 2024. We start the year, and that means in a matter of hours, Kentucky lawmakers will be back to work.
Yeah, the 2024 legislative session begins today in Frankfort, and we do already have an idea of some of the biggest topics on those lawmakers' minds. Jim Stratman is joining us now in the studio. Jim, with what we can really expect here this budget year.
Yeah, Grace, Eric, first off, it is a budget year. As you said, that's going to be top of mind for lawmakers. Also discussions about things like guns, homelessness going to be brought up as well. And then there's also the Safer Kentucky bill, something that we've been following for weeks now, which is working to address violent crime. Now, it's a bill that gives a more clear avenue to put repeat violent offenders away for life. All of Jefferson County's Republicans have co-sponsored that bill, and Republican Majority Whip Jason Nemes says the bill has a 3-strike provision in it. So if someone gets convicted of 3 violent crimes like murder, aggravated assault, or rape, they would be sentenced to life in prison.
Not your normal 3 strikes and you're out, or 3 strikes and the heightened penalty kind of thing. It's about violent offenses. And so, we think that's fair. I think maybe 2 would be fair.
Now, Kentucky does already have a persistent offender law that allows a sentence to be elevated to life without parole in some circumstances. Now, Democrats, including Senator Gerald Neal from Louisville, say that that law goes far enough because increasing punishment for crime doesn't address the root cause of crime.
We have so many laws on the books. Now we're going to enforce something so it's comfortable to us. That's a simple way of responding to it. But if you get down to mental health and housing and all that sort of stuff, it gets very complex.
Nemes did tell us that he doesn't believe any bills are going to be passed during this first week of the session. He said that'll probably be a lot of organizing, getting ducks in a row, and preparing for the session that is to come. And it is slated to be a long one. This legislative session is going to run through the first 2 weeks of April. We'll dig more into some of the topics that are going to be discussed here in the next half hour. Great.
All right, Jim, thank you. A dozen new laws are also now in effect for Kentucky with the start of the new year. So here are a few that you want to note. First, Kentucky income taxes are going down by 0.5 percentage point to 4%. The tax is slated to stay the same for 2025. The state didn't meet the economic requirements to lower it again. Heads up for those of you who drive electric or hybrid vehicles, you'll now have to pay an annual ownership fee of $120. It's half the cost for electric or hybrid motorcycles. That money is going to be going towards Kentucky's road fund. And in addition, any business, church, or library that offers EV charging to the public has to pay a monthly usage tax to the state. There is also now a law that could save you from paying more for your subscriptions. Businesses will be required to clearly show customers continuous automatic renewals and include an easy way to cancel them. We have details on those laws as well as some other new ones like changes to retirement and military license plates on WHAS11.com. Just click the GMK tab on the homepage.
5 minutes after the hour now, and the man who police say hit 2 police vehicles during a SWAT situation will face a judge this morning. 30-year-old Raymond Heenan was arrested yesterday morning outside of the Walmart on Outer Loop near Fairdale. He's facing more than 15 charges, including wanton endangerment of a police officer and DUI. The LMPD says it started when officers responded to reports of a stolen vehicle at the Walmart. Police say they found Heenan inside the stolen car and asked him to get out. Instead, police say he threw the car into reverse and hit 2 police vehicles multiple times. No officers were inside the vehicles at the time. Police also say Heenan was drinking beer in the car while all of this was happening. He was arrested after a standoff with officers and the SWAT. He's expected in court at 9 o'clock this morning.
Between midnight and 6 a.m. on New Year's Day, Metro Police say there were hundreds of shots fired reports. WHAS11's Ian Hardwood and senior photojournalist Alyssa Newton visited one family who found a bullet in their living room.
We had a good time yesterday. We cooked like our traditional food. We had good time with our family. Everything was nice except this in the morning. Like, welcome 2024 with the bullet gun. It's not exciting at all.
Mitra Bastola says he heard a crash after midnight on New Year's Day, but he thought it was just fireworks.
Yep, it was on the carpet.
A pointed bullet,
yep.
The kind that usually comes out of a rifle.
It was right here, and it's still hot whenever we picked it up.
Landing in the living room, it damaged Bestola's coffee table after piercing the skylight above, as you can see from the Sky 11 drone. He's heard of one other neighbor whose kitchen was struck by a bullet too. After 12 years of living in Louisville, coming to America as a refugee, it's the first time Bestola's encountered gunfire.
Never use gun or bullet or anything.
It's also the second time he's looking to fix the roof on his new house.
But this is the worst because somebody could get shot, right?
Someone like his son, wife, or parents.
Like I know fireworks, 1 or 2 fireworks, and I do that fireworks too. I do it with my friends, it's my son. But this is not the way to do it, celebrate anything.
He knows because he's seen how close it could come to shattering a life and ruining a year.
It could kill somebody.
In Fern Creek with Alyssa Newton, Ian Hardwick, WHAS11, on your side.
And we will note here as well that Metro Council passed an ordinance outlawing random gunfire in Louisville back in 2022.
All right, Ben, what's that one thing we should know about today's weather?
Yeah, good morning, Eric. We have temperatures right around or just above freezing as we get started. It's going to be a chilly day, but pretty normal for this time of the year as we head up to around 44 this afternoon and becoming partly sunny later today. Tracking a wintry mix potential for this weekend coming up in our complete First Alert Storm Team forecast. Not back to school yet, but back to work, Sam.
That's right. Steady travel locally in Louisville and the remainder of Kentuckiana. Roadways right now still staying in the clear as no crashes are underway. Now in a few minutes, I'm going to dive more into our current drive times as we guide you into downtown from the Gene Snyder in just a few minutes ahead.